I meet lots of interesting people who I want to help, and the best way for me to give back is to quickly share who they're helping professionally and who they wish they could privately or philanthropically help more. And I help you by keeping the interview short and sweet. People in my circle can pick and choose who to directly and indirectly help with their business or charitable contributions. Who are you helping? Don't forget to subscribe or follow me on YouTube and TikTok so they start paying me to do more content like this. Let's get started. Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Fredenberg, and this is for Who Are You Helping? And today I am joined by David Mitchell. Do you like David,
Yes.
right? Excellent,
Yep.
excellent. And how are you doing today, David?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic because, after all, my very favorite member of the audience has joined us today. And why is my favorite member of the audience here? Well, if you know me online, it's probably because I interview commercial real estate players. So that's buyers, sellers, deal sponsors, operators, all that kind of fun stuff. But sometimes somebody appears in my circle where they're up to something that I think is important or really cool, or just basically something that I think that you can benefit from. And we've got this really concise format of just four questions here. And but before we get into the format, David, do you want to say a thing or two about yourself?
Um, Name's Dave Mitchell. I'm currently in the process of trying to bring a new technology to the commercialization process for converting carbon-based materials, coal, trash, things like this, into graphite and graphene.
Mhm.
And so that's where I'm at in this world right now.
I love that question. So the first question that I have, it actually stems from my marketing background. If you've ever studied marketing or been involved in marketing, you'll probably know that messaging is by far the most difficult and important part of the entire process. You have to have a great way to explain what exactly it is that you do. And so the question I have to help people fence that in, because sometimes people aren't that great at expressing themselves, is who do you help professionally? Now, David, you already mentioned the process of taking those different materials and turning them into graphite or graphene. And the question is, who do you help professionally? So, if we can fence that in as far as the commercial applications, what exactly do people do with graphene? Why is it such a fantastic material that needs a lot more implementation in the marketplace?
So graphene's in everything. I mean, it's in absolutely everything. One of the key components for any of the EV car batteries, which is a big hot debate right now of where lithium ion batteries are going to be going in the future. Most people don't even realize that there's 200 pounds of graphite in every EV car battery. Most of that is developed through synthetic processes, or it's natural, right? And
Mhm.
so what you end up having is a situation where you have a material like graphite that's used across many different markets
Oh, you accidentally muted yourself. And there.
uh,
Oh, there
of
you go.
raw material. And
Right.
so what's happening currently is you've got about a net negative of between 700 and a million tons per year. That's after everything we manufacture. A net negative of what we need to fill a void for. And you just, if you keep putting up the same old technology to create the synthetic graphite, what you wind up with is having to put in larger plants, more of them around. It becomes very expensive, and it doesn't have the right outcome. And so, in my opinion, anyway.
Mhm.
And so, what we're hoping to do is be able to create a machine from our technology, which we have a global patent that we license for that, to be able to convert in a month what they're doing in a year. And so, if we can get mines or landfills or these different uh, business models to adopt this technology, they're from those points they can produce their own, and so it has implications in uh, tran- uh, transferring the raw materials to the manufacturing facilities. This reduces those costs considerably. It also increases the output by exponentially, and so that's really where we're focused.
All right, all right. So then I'm curious as far as how the batteries work, because when I was doing electrical engineering, like lithium batteries weren't even that popular back then, so I wasn't aware of that. So the graphene and graphite in a lithium battery, those are the insulators to separate the cells, or what exactly are they?
Well, it's actually graphite.
Okay.
The graphene is something wholly new to the market. It's not new to the market, but it's gaining traction uh, in a new way because we're finding so many different ways to apply that technology.
Mhm.
Everything from um, energy storage, energy creation,
Mhm.
to filtering water, to the military using it for bulletproof uh, armor, right? Helmets and etc. All this stuff is going on in the world right now.
Mhm.
These are things, technologies that are emerging, as we're talking.
Mhm.
With the graphite is something that uh, is in the market, in so many different applications that we need more of it, right? Or more quality graphite, I guess I should say.
Mhm.
And so EV cars is only one small sector of it. It's in nuclear, it's in medical, it's in your pencils. So
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah, I understood that, like carbon fiber for race cars as well, like just to really reduce weight, and so that's really fascinating. But the next question I have, it stems from a funny thing about me personally. I've been fortunate enough to be able to work from home and actually do it successfully since 2011. And one of the things about I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm from the internet. And so, one thing I run into wherever I'm physically located, though, is there's always there's a movement to shop local, support your local economy, which is very important because if there's nobody to support your local economy, then you can expect crime to increase. There's all sorts of nastiness about that. But at the same time, if you're from the internet, then there has to be some sort of reason to choose the online person. And what hit me was if you know somebody's secondary benefactors, in other words, when you choose this professional for your business dollars, if you find out where else that money is going, like what sort of personal, philanthropic, voluntary, artistic benefactors there are in the mix, then I think you can make a much better decision. So my next question for you, David, is who is out there? And of course, it could be family. Some people don't have enough opportunity to spend time with their family, which was actually one of the big reasons why I started working from home was to make sure that I had that irreplaceable time with my family. So that's a perfectly decent answer. Of course, some people are overachievers and they have orphanages all over the world, and that's who they like to help and wish they could help more. But David, who's out there that you wish you could help more, personally, privately, philanthropically, professionally, whatever?
so right now, our focus is on what we can actually accomplish with this technology. If we get to the point where we're able to have a viable commercial application for converting uh, trash and basically any type of petroleum based waste products into a usable product, which would be graphite or graphene. The implications for that are huge for communities. I mean, take India for example. If you can start, it's I know there's a movement right now for burning trash, which geez, if I hadn't have thought about that, like, come on, there's a better way, right?
Right.
Even though, they found some really fascinating ways to create these incinerators with ski resorts on them and hotels in them, and I'm sure you've seen those kind of things, which that's cool. But to be able to convert it instead of burning it off into the atmosphere, I think is something that should really be looked at. And if we're able to accomplish this as we scale up, the ability to help large communities, clean up their environments and actually have a income base from doing that. So there's motivation, uh, aside from just simply wanting a cleaner place to live. I think that you can see progress in that way. And I think that if I really had to lay it out and say, who am I wanting to help? I'm wanting to help communities do that, whether it be through landfill processes, to small towns, right? Like just people being able to see the ability that technology has to change their lives in a positive way, in this realm.
Excellent, excellent. So it sounds like the specific people you'd want to get in touch with would be anybody in a municipal capacity who's responsible for landfill would be a good fit. So that way you can figure out whether or not you can implement some sort of solution to extract that graphite, graphene, refine it down. So people in waste management, landfill, people with access to, you mentioned the petroleum. So anything that I guess it'd be dumping or used oil. So like large. I'm not sure exactly what mechanics do to usually
No,
their
no,
oil.
no, no. I'm speaking more like plastics, right? Or petroleum based, like you can take a plastic bottle, right? That's the idea.
So
And so
recycling
when
centers.
yeah, right. And so when you're talking about landfills, just for example, you've got I think there's roughly 4,200 abandoned municipal landfills in the state of Texas alone.
Oh wow.
What I mean, we're just going to forget about them? No. That they need to be addressed. And if you simply address the ones in Texas, that in and of itself is a massive undertaking, right? And so if you have something that is advantageous for these municipalities to do these conversions and they can make money to help the communities in doing so,
Mhm.
I think that that's the ultimate goal. Um, Now, from another standpoint, our main focus was with coal, metallurgical coal,
Mhm.
and so I personally, was born in West Virginia and have a very very good understanding of how that can go wrong,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Like coal mining is a
Dangerous,
tough business.
horrible business. Yeah.
Um, and so when you're speaking about coal, you've got this idea where people are moving away from coal because of the way that we use it,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And the way that the environmental impacts are being handled through everything from mine reclamation to uh, you know water drain off into some of the nefarious things that are done with mining. But at the end of the day, if we can start rebuilding some of these communities by creating new technologies that helps assist those to transition from, instead of just blaming and saying, "Oh, you're bad people,"
Mhm.
finding a way to actually you know uh, have a provable resource of positive impact, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah,
So.
yeah, yeah. I absolutely love that. That's really fantastic. I think it's important, and it also hits me. Like I used to live in Taiwan, and so those smaller islands where landfill is really at a premium. I think that and like recycling has to be on steroids. I think that that's a great one. But my next question, it has to do with I like to imagine Santa Claus or like a genie from the lamp, but the genie in this case, it's the people in the audience. The question is, how can people help you?
Um, that's an interesting question. That's the way that we met, as you know, and I'm just going to say I've got 4% left on on my charge here, so I might drop off. But the way we met was at a fundraising event, teaching you how to build funnels for raising money for your projects. That particular model didn't work for me per se in what I'm trying to do, but the fundraising is the main key component to this as we start moving into the grant writing process and starting to get our grants in line. Um, from an investor standpoint, that's probably the biggest assistance at this moment, just moving us forward to the next phase. But another level, uh, people that are involved in this, engaged in this type of technology, that are testing this out, that are doing it in the world. Let's get together. Let's collaborate, man. This isn't about At the end of the day, our company makes billions of dollars, and we just you know put it in a bank and go buy yachts. That's not where we're at. The idea is that if we can share this knowledge, and everybody has the advantage of this as it's being put out in the world, that's where people can help. Really stepping up and saying, hey, I'm here. I'm right there with you. I know where we can apply this, or you know, uh,
Yep. All right.
you
I
can't
love
think
it.
of everything. I
I love
guess
it.
is what
But
I'm saying.
but you mentioned being at 4%, so I want to make sure that the last question is covered. How can people reach out to help in those ways?
You can just reach out to me directly. It's Project 72 is PJKT 72 uh, at Gmail, or that's our general email address. But you can email me directly at David at PJKT72.com.
All right, perfect. And then my last question, it's because we already mentioned this is who David helps professionally. That's who he wishes he could help more. That's how you can help and how to reach out. But David, did you know that if the people in the audience click that downright hideous subscribe button that's down there, that helps me?
I didn't know that, but
Exactly, and it's totally
there you
free.
go.
Okay, I'm full disclosure. The reason why I want people to click on it is because if enough people do, then YouTube will actually start to pay for these videos instead
Right.
of me. How sweet would that be? But honestly, all it means to you, the trade-off is, of course, there's no cost involved. It just means my videos may show up on your list of suggestions, so I can find more people, find out who they're helping, and try and spread some more of this goodwill and finding out who to choose with your professional dollars. But honestly, you can go ahead and ignore the video suggestions that may come up on your feed from what I put out there. Because quite frankly, I just really appreciate the fact that you spent this time with me. Just like David, I appreciate you joining me today. This has been great.
Thanks, brother. I gotta
Awesome.
go.
For sure. Thanks. Hey there. Are you interested in commercial real estate deals? Would you like to build your network of investors and deal sponsors? Well, the best thing I can do for you is have you appear on a chance encounter interview as featured on dandoesdeals.com. You may know me from 506 Me or as a top commercial real estate voice on LinkedIn. And if I had to think of the top factors in your success in commercial real estate, my top two would be your network and your ability to effectively explain how deals work with effective communication. The 15-minute chance encounter format, it checks both of those boxes, and they ensure that you can share your private deals with me without the SEC calling it a public solicitation. So hop onto LinkedIn. You can see my name is over here, Dan Fredenberg, and search for my name. And the best way to reach me and book that is to message me through LinkedIn. And don't worry, it doesn't matter if you decided to enter this space just last week or 2 weeks ago, or if it was decades ago. It'll be fun and easy to look good. We're just asking multiple choice questions based on your core competencies you look to contribute, your level of sophistication, all that kind of stuff. So I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye. Hey, what's up? I'm Dan Fredenberg, and realestateisascam.com has the brand new book, which is what you should have. You should have the book. And what's the book all about? Real estate's a scam? Well, it's my biggest thing is taking aim at coaches who teach people how to do illegal real estate transactions because that pissed me right off when I learned about it. And the other thing too is the different securities acts that basically mean if you're poor, then you're going to have to meet a bunch of lawyers and get really, really lucky just to make sure you're not breaking the law by raising money. Anyway, so I hope you check it out. Thanks, guys. Bye.